Hello, good evening, and welcome to the 7,582nd edition of Far and Wide. For today, Thursday, the 23rd of June, 2050. In tonight's programme, we shall be taking an in-depth look at proposals for the new London airport in the Orkneys, and on the industrial front, at the British Leyland Robot Factory, our arm and leg fitters have been laid off due to a strike in the tool room. But first, the subject that's on everybody's lips. The accidental launch of Britannia 7, Britain's multi-billion-pound space station from the Pontefract International Space Complex, otherwise known as PISC. There were angry scenes in Parliament today as various motions were tabled by the joint Labour-Conservative opposition. Speakers pointed out that so far we had managed to put into orbit 2 mathematicians, 1 cleaner, a BBC reporter and a housewife, at a total cost of £700 billion. And was this a good way of spending even our vast resources? In reply, the Prime Minister said that he had already set up a royal commission to look into the whole matter. This was the strongest measure any government could take, short of actually doing something about it. And now sport. Britain's heavyweight champion, Ranjam Patel, last night retained his world title against the Italian Ping Dong Schlossmann.
How can they talk about sport when we're marooned up here 350 miles above the earth?
There's nothing to worry about. There's thousands of the best brains of the country working on it down there.
It's a pity we haven't got a few of them up here.
Look, we didn't choose to be up here any more than you did. What we've got to do is remain quite calm. Fanshawe here is perfectly calm.
There's a reason for that, sir. My holiday started today.
Why don't we switch through to mission control, see if they've worked out a way of getting us down from here?
Well, I've got no idea how to get them down.
Very sweet, sir.
Hello, Tip-Top Mishcon here. Is everything all right? Down here, we're straining every nerve to do absolutely everything we possibly can.
1 lamp or 2, controller?
He doesn't take sugar.
We've been working on the automatic re-entry devices.
That's what we want to do here. How long before you can get us down?
Well, we fed the malfunction data into the computer, and it gave us some very interesting results.
Yes?
Well, we could bring you back right away, but due to the fault in the retro-rocket banks, you would heat up a bit.
How much?
350 degrees centigrade.
That's regular weight.
Could you narrow the angle of entry? That would slow it down.
Yeah, we don't mind simmering a little bit.
Don't worry, we're working on it.
What about the Space Shuttle Rescue Vehicle?
It's on its way from the factory at Slough. Unfortunately, there's been a hold-up on the M1. West Bromwich Albion is at home against Brazil in the World Cup. As soon as it arrives, we'll come back to you. Professor Holzberger is coming. He may have some good news. What's the latest, Professor?
It was 2-2, half-time.
See, ever since the 2-day week, they've all been sports mad.
We do have some good news for you. We've assembled 1 or 2 friends and relations at the Far and Wide studios so you can have a chat with them.
Well, now, to put it quite plainly, the chances of getting them back are very remote, but they don't know that yet. The fact that they're doomed to spend the rest of their lives in that space coffin must never enter their... Okay. Hello, Britannia 7. Well, you'll be pleased to hear that we've assembled some of your nearest and dearest here in the studio to pay their last... to say hello to you. First of all, Mrs Carstairs.
Hello, Damon.
My God, it's Rowena. It's you.
Yes, it's me. Damon, Damon, everything's going to be all right.
Isn't that extraordinary? The last time she burst into tears was 25 years ago when her rabbit died.
Mrs Carstairs is clearly overcome. Unfortunately, Mrs Fanshawe can't be with us as she left this morning for a holiday in Ibiza.
Couldn't my brother come?
Well, he sends his best wishes and he says he knew you'd understand, but it seemed a pity to waste the ticket. And now here's a lovely surprise for Mrs Noah. We've taken a camera over to your very own home, Mrs Noah, where your very own husband is waiting to give you a word of comfort.
Hello, love.
Look at him.
Here I am, in our own little nest at number 36, in front of the fire that we've shared so often together. I know you must be very worried about me, my love, but don't you fret. In England, in a crisis, there's always a neighbour to help out. And I've chosen one from number 38, next door. That's right, you guessed it. It's none other than Ivy Bassett, who was so sadly widowed last year. Although we're far apart, it's a great comfort to me to know that every 2 hours you're passing over our little house at 35,000 miles an hour. So it's goodbye from me, the cat, the parrot, and all at number 36.
And 38? Well, oh, it is a comfort to know he's being looked after.
How long has he known her?
Well, not all that long.
You don't think,
Oh, no. He's my age. She's years younger than he is.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this evening, but before we go, I have a message for you, Clive. I've spoken to your personnel officer here at the BBC, and you're to be on full salary up there for the time being. And they'll review the situation in a month. And now a word to you all. Keep your spirits up. Remember, this is the 21st century, and working on your problem are the best scientific brains and resources and the latest technology.
that is a great relief, I must say.
Look, we mustn't get downhearted. Obviously, we're going to be here for quite a while. Certainly overnight. So we must make the best of it. Now, the first thing we've got to do is to eat.
Well, I'm not having any of those lozenges of yours, and that's fine.
No, that won't be necessary. We have a flight control galley right here. Mind step. Now.
Are you still here?
I've been trying to make a cup of cocoa.
It's perfectly simple. All you've got to do is push a couple of buttons on this console.
I've done that. All I've got is 3 pairs of socks and a hairdryer.
We're supposed to eat rather lightly during the first few days of space flight, so what does anyone suggest?
Scrambled eggs?
Ah, excellent. See what you can do about scrambled eggs, would you please?
Yeah.
Well, listen, we don't want any of that egg powder stuff.
It says here, eggs fresh.
Oh, good. Well, get half a dozen. I'll scramble them myself.
Thank you.
Fresh eggs.
Space hen for the production of fresh eggs.
Whatever will they think of next?
How does it work?
Well, it says it's AC or DC.
That should put a few space cockerels out of work.
Plug it in, would you?
Maybe it's a battery hen.
Plug it in, please.
Well, switch on. Just the selector dial. Small, medium, or large?
Could I have a brown one, lightly boiled? We're all equal here. We're having scrambled eggs.
Insert nutrient pellet. Wonder where that goes.
Well, the last time I was on the farm, they were still eating at this end.
Oh! One pellet produces 12 eggs.
Oh, never mind. We can save some for after.
Right.
Well, give it time. There's probably a lot going on in there, Paul.
Hang on. It's reaching a climax, all right. I expect he was glad to get rid of that one.
Could we reduce the power a little?
No, it's all right. Let's turn it round. There. I'll field slip.
There, that might have done it.
It's bowling short.
Turn it up a fraction, would you?
Well, I don't think much of that. Shall we start again?
into a mood.
The Space Shuttle Reserve craft has arrived, so it's now on the launching pad.
Good. The PM's given the go-ahead for the rescue attempt, so give me a readout of the men qualified to fly it.
Yes, Controller.
Jackson H, unavailable flu. Taylor B, unavailable honeymoon. Gluckstein V, he'll do.
I'm afraid you'll have to do without him, Controller. It's his boy's bar mitzvah.
Damn! That only leaves me.
You can do it, if anyone can.
Yes, but who's coming with me?
I do have all the necessary qualifications.
Yes, you can also fly the craft. One should be scared. After all, one miscalculation, one false move, and you and I could be lost in space. Traveling together to the outer limits of eternity forever.
Que sera, sera.
Bon. Tell catering to pack the sandwiches and go easy on the pickled onions. It's a very small cabin.
You know, this reconstituted egg is quite good when you take a bit of trouble with it.
Yeah, goes very well with the plates and all, doesn't it?
I'll go see if that kettle's worked for my cocoa and make it 4. Look, I might be in a menial position here, but you could say please.
Please, Mr. Garstang.
I put a bit of cream in yours. I'll go and see if there's any news from Mission Control.
Miss Farm, X-ray tip-top here.
Hello, Tip-Top. Go ahead.
Any news?
Yes, what about the rescue operation?
The controllers are out on the launching pad now. I'll put you through to them.
Hello, Britannia 7. I'm sitting here in the cockpit of the rescue craft. In a few seconds, I shall ignite the launching motivators, and we will blast off on a trajectory which will give us both a rendezvous in 3 hours, 7 minutes, 26 seconds. Stand by.
30 seconds to blast off.
On drive.
On.
Locators.
Locating.
Twin thrusters.
Full strain.
Control fusion.
Controlled.
Right. Well, there's no going back now.
I never realized what a fine, strong profile you have.
Didn't you? Soon you'll be seeing us against the Milky Way.
Contact.
Choke? You flooded it!
Well, what are you going to do now?
Hello, Control. Control, have you got any jump leads?
Hello? Tip-Top. They've missed the trajectory window.
Oh, poor things. Are they all right?
Oh, yes, quite all right. It'll be 10 hours before they can make another attempt. I should get some sleep in if I were you. Over and out.
Sleep? Where does she think we're going to sleep? On the floor?
Good heavens, no. We have accommodation for 500 persons, if you'll just follow me. Mind the step.
What's happened?
Nothing.
I was afraid of that. The circuit's still overloaded.
And while we're on the subject, I've got to go to the little girl's room.
But couldn't we get there by using the tube we used to come from flight control?
That's a very good idea. Now, this is the central control panel, and from here, I can operate all the suction tubes in the ship. As you can see, it is rather complicated, but Fanshawe here has been on the familiarization course, and so it's all yours, Fanshawe.
Thank you, sir. This is the Mark II. I only did the Mark I.
What does that mean?
I don't know how to work the Mark II. You see, it's a matter of selecting the right sequence of buttons so it will travel down the right tubes and make sure you go to the place you want to go to.
Well, don't they have a map, like in the underground?
I'm afraid it's not as simple as that.
Look, let's just press a few buttons at random.
Do that, for goodness sake.
You start the whole sequence going. Now, heaven knows what's being sucked where.
There's something coming up, number 4.
Where's that?
I don't think that's very funny. Where on earth have you come from? I was in the galley with a hot cup of cocoa in it, and...
What's up?
One of them's just arrived. Let Christ's sake, get out of there. Don't talk to me like that. I've had a very hard day.
Well, I don't, you daft ape. You've connected up the wrong tube. This is no more complicated than my vacuum cleaner. Now then, where do we want to go?
Sleeping quarters.
Right. Somebody get in the tube.
Don't look at me, I'm just being.
I'll go.
Right, I'll give you a
Give me a
hand.
hand in.
Fanshawe, please. Quickly. All right, that's it. Now,
Lovely. Now make sure you've got the right sequence, otherwise he could come out anywhere.
Yes, even the rubbish chute.
Is that dangerous?
Well, it is outside the ship.
Get me out.
Oh, don't be so soft. I know what I'm doing. Now then, are you ready?
What's the matter?
I've lost my trousers.
Here they are. Put them on.
I'm not getting out of here without my trousers on.
Oh, never mind. Put them back in the chute and I'll reverse the suction.
What's the matter now?
The other cup of cocoa's arrived. Don't bother coming down, there aren't any beds.
Too late, I'm on my way.
There aren't any, you stupid cooking woman. Came down the wrong tube.
Hello, and welcome to your sleeping compartment. You are allotted 8 hours sleeping time.
Where's that voice coming from?
I am your slumber control. I can see you, I can hear you, and I am programmed to answer questions up to O level.
Could you tell us why there aren't any beds?
Beds will be provided when you have been through the correct procedure.
Well, I'm not going through any procedure until I've been to the little girl's room.
Do not understand a little girl's room. A scanner indicates subject large, female, age approximately 50.
45.
50.
46.
49.
Will you settle for 48?
Done.
Well, you still haven't told me where it is.
She wants the Kazi.
Understand, Kazi.
Oh, there she goes.
I haven't been yet. Will you answer me a question?
What?
The crew on this spaceship, are they all supposed to be acrobats?
What's she talking about?
Come in here. Look at that. We're going to have a bit of a problem here, aren't we?
Yeah, you more than me. Just a minute. Would that be of any help?
Not much. Listen, can you hear me?
I am receiving you.
Would you mind telling us why our loo is halfway up the wall?
You have malfunction of gimbals.
Oh, we'll have to try and use that.
Toilet area has not yet revolved to accommodate angle of shift.
Well, what am I going to do?
Do you have an emergency situation?
Of course I've got an emergency situation.
In that case, suggest you use magnetic boots.
We pay so much income tax. It costs £2 million to spend a penny.
Are you turned on?
If you're talking to me, not in the slightest.
He's talking about the boots. There's a switch at the back. Cunliffe, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to help a lady in considerable distress?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Norah. I was just thinking. What a funny way to spend a Thursday. Oh, sorry, you're the man.
My toes are flashing. That must mean they're working.
Go on, then.
What do I do now?
The boots will hold on to vertical surface. You may now approach destination.
Not before time, either.
Twinkle, twinkle, little toes, up the loo wall, there she goes. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely a man's world.
Hello? Mission Control are doing a wonderful job on repairing the space shuttle.
When they're going to get us down?
Well, it all depends on when they start and which way they go.
That's what I like, a straight answer.
I reckon we'll be here for about a day or so. We're going to keep down here for a while.
Right, I'll come up and join you.
No, I'm afraid you can't. There's an 8-hour time lock on the sleeping compartment.
I'm not going to sleep with her.
I'm afraid you'll have to.
There aren't any beds.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Listen, Mr... Oh. Look, there is a time lock on this door for at least 8 hours, so I'm afraid we're stuck here.
Well, soon see about that.
No, we're stuck. Come on.
Your account has been debited with 1 door handle and 1 loo chain. 72 pounds. Prepare for bed.
I'm not sleeping with him.
You don't have to. There aren't any beds to go to.
Beds will be provided when procedure has been completed. Stand by for phase 1.
What in heaven's name are those?
These are decontamination bags. Decontamination must be carried out before slumber. Get into bags.
What a performance.
All this just to go to bed?
Well, at any rate, a girl can't get into much trouble in one of these, can she?
A girl never stood much chance in the first place. Would you mind, Mrs. Noor?
Oh, come here. Chin up, oops, there you are.
Thank you.
What am I going to do?
Hang on a minute. Up there. Get that up there. Right. Hang on a minute. Would you mind greasing it again? No, not greasing again, it's no use.
Scanner detects that you have not removed your clothes.
If I may make so bold, Scanner shouldn't be looking.
Get out of bag and remove clothes.
I shall do nothing of the sort.
Beds will not be provided until procedure has been completed.
Be that as it may.
You get on with it, would you, love? I'm not going to sleep on the floor. I promise not to look. Cross me heart, hope to die. Scout's honour.
There's no need to be that definite.
Please hasten procedure.
Look, will it be all right if I get undressed in the back?
Permission granted.
Stupid bag.
You what?
Not you, this love. far have you got?
Never you mind.
Place clothes and decontamination chute.
You look like a cross between an overripe tomato and a kangaroo. What's this, a radiation belt?
I'll deal with the rest myself, if you don't mind. Get it?
Stand by for personal decontamination.
Oh! Oh, there's a sandstorm blowing in here.
I say this much for this bowser. Certainly reaches start for the bowsers cannot reach.
Oh, I don't think I can stand much more in
Venting system will operate in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you think a venting system is?
Drop a line or give me a phone. That's what friends are for. That Mrs. Slocombe was something I said that turned my pretty honey just to sour. Sorry I'm so hard to take the joke. Would I have my little flower? Did you have to be so cruel to me?
Stay tuned for Mother and Son, next here on Channel 17.
Now you know the score.